Private equity and venture capital have taken a more active approach to responsible investment. They've started to say, what actually could we do to improve this business that makes it a more valuable business, a more sustainable quality of earnings, the kind of things that create real financial value. And that's great to see. It's moving the agenda forward quite dramatically in recent years. More recently, a much more informed approach has come about, which is again connecting to PRI, the principles of responsible investment, where the general areas which limited partners and general partners need to explore when they're making their investment commitments are highlighted, but it's up to them to work out whether the environmental, social and governance disciplines of a business or a situation are up to their standard. Responsible investment has been central to the private equity approach since the beginning of private equity. That's something which sometimes we feel a little bit proud of in private equity, but it's also something where I think we have to be honest and say it's always been defensive responsible investment. One of the interesting things that private equity industry as a whole is starting to raise itself to the challenge of how can we move the needle in making these companies better in terms of ESG or corporate social responsibility or any combination of words that we want to describe responsible investment. We've moved from a defensive mindset to an aspiration around responsible investment. Put simply, responsible investing leads to better companies, and that leads to a better impact in society at large, from all of commerce and all of business, better impact all around. One of the great things for private equity, one of the joys of being an investor in private equity is when you start to make progress on a number of responsible investment fronts, the culture and the attitudes within a company becomes a happier place. And while I'm not sure we can measure happiness, it's certainly one thing that makes the private equity industry happy is to see a positive culture.